and welcome back to the Geek Show. So now we're going to talk about the Book of Boba Fett and the Mandalorian, the two shows that we
The TV
have
shows
so
are
far.
already out, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway,
So, thoughts? Your initial thoughts then?
Okay, so I was just going to break it down between the two because obviously I don't like to group them together, you know. Like
You
simple.
kind of are.
So I absolutely loved The Mandalorian. I actually didn't get into it until much later after the hype had died down. I tend to do that with a lot of stuff anyway, just because it's sometimes nicer to not have to look at all the Twitter feeds while you're watching a TV show and try and avoid spoilers. Somehow I've become a master at avoiding spoilers. Anyway, yeah, so I thought The Mandalorian was fun, it was action-packed, you know. It had characters that I kind of connected with more than the current Star Wars sequel movies. Yeah, it was fun. I also kind of enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett. I liked it was kind of still based more on Tatooine, obviously. And I've just got to ask, why the hell did Luke want to leave Tatooine? Because it seems like it was a very exciting place to be, you know?
Do you blame him for wanting to leave though? He was kind of stuck on that sand planet for like.
Yeah,
what?
is
he not meant to be like 19 in A New Hope or something like that?
Yeah, he had Uncle and, you know, saying to him,
you can join the academy next year, but it's like, I want to go fish here.
Oh my god, yeah, Luke is a very whiny person, you know. All he's doing is complaining about living in this pretty awesome planet.
Are you insulting Luke? Do you want to leave? Don't you dare insult Luke Skywalker in front of me.
I'm gonna say that I love how Boba's ultimate. Every time he gets injured, he's just like, take me to the
back to tag.
And
the fact that the first few episodes is him just lying there like in the back to tag. It was kind of a strange one. I enjoyed Book of Boba Fett, but let's be honest, it only really got properly good in episode 5.
After
when the Mandalorian showed up.
Yeah, exactly.
And then episode 6. It was like one of my favourite episodes ever. When
yeah. I mean, we had Ahsoka, we had Luke, we had Baby Yoda.
We had R2-D2.
Just all hanging out.
Could not. Strange choice of words that. But I could also smile when that episode aired because, I'm just so glad with the technology to obviously, you know, bring us back, look like de-aged and stuff.
And he does look significantly better.
Yeah, the only thing, because obviously it appears at the end of Mandalorian Season 2, which I somehow avoid spoilers for that because I didn't see the Mandalorian Season 2 until the summer and it aired in December 2020, right? And I saw it in summer 2021. I don't know how I didn't know about this, but see when he appeared...
Back, but no, yeah.
I didn't know. I was honestly jumping for joy. I was like, oh my god! It's Luke. How? Like, it's just how. And then to have him back properly, the CGI. So CGI wasn't the best for Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But then Book of Boba Fett, it
was still pretty good. It just there was something off about it.
Yeah, but the Book of Boba Fett, it literally was like he's just stepped out of Return of the Jedi. It was freaky, actually.
I mean, sometimes I do wish that maybe they hadn't had so much of an over-reliance on the CGI and maybe hired a new actor. Like, I think people have actually pointed out that Sebastian Stan actually looks very similar.
There's a running joke that even Sebastian Stan and Mark Hamill know about this, and I think they met at a Comic-Con or something, and like Mark Hamill tweeted like a posting, oh, it's my son. There's a running joke, and he's aware of it, which I think is so funny.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, I kind of just wish they maybe hadn't brought back Mark Hamill. I mean, I know he is going to be obviously the original Luke, but I think sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a switch up. Who knows? I
mean, because obviously an example we could use of that is with Solo. We casted Harrison Ford. I can't remember the name of the actor who played Han Solo in the Solo film. That is really bad. Nothing against him. He was actually I quite enjoyed him in Solo.
Yeah.
But it did just feel weird, like. But Han Solo
because you
always
going to be this guy is Han Solo without.
Yeah, and I literally just always when I was watching, I was going. Han Solo's always going to be Harrison Ford.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to get young Han Solo actor.
Oh, well, yeah, well, you Google that. But the thing is, so...
apparently it was Alden Ehrenreich.
If you want to Google for yourselves, I guess we'll probably
I'm going to have to ask someone to pronounce that for me.
The thing was, for the Mandalorian, the CGI was done to make Mark Hamill look younger, but he voiced the character. Whereas see for the Book of Boba Fett, he actually wasn't involved at all. His lines were actually, it was a computer that just took all his lines from the original trilogy and made his voice, and it worked. So he had actually nothing to do. It was really freaky.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a whole character, and the original actor had nothing to do with him being back, it was really weird when I found that out.
Yeah. Anyway, back to Boba, because, you know, he is
Sorry.
the main character of that TV show. We're not.
You wouldn't have thought so though, because he literally barely features in episodes 5 and 6.
I mean, I do love how you do get this feeling that Boba doesn't really know how to run things. Like, they're all expecting to be based at the Hutt, you know, having carried around.
Do you know the thing about Boba Fett? Right. So I love Boba Fett as a character, right?
Mm.
Before we went into I still do after the show, can I say? But
Yeah.
going into the show, I love his character because he was this mysterious character who was like one of the few characters that was chosen to talk back to Darth Vader. He only had like a few lines, but he was iconic.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a reason why he doesn't have a character, because he is this mysterious bounty hunter. So to make him like a full character felt a bit weird to me, and I think maybe the writers, when they started making the show, went, flip, we don't actually know what Boba Fett is like as a character.
Yeah, they realised that they may need to backpedal a little bit and develop a little bit more.
Yeah, because obviously we got him back in Mandalorian season 2
Yes.
to start with.
Not very much though, actually.
But he was in it enough to have a character, but it felt natural.
Mm.
Whereas when a show's completely focused on him, you have to give him a proper full-on story, and I'm just kind of like, but can you? He's one of those characters, can you give him a full character? I don't know, do you know what I mean? I'm talking rubbish
they
here.
also are letting him take his helmet off a lot more. So maybe that's another thing they're trying to do to humanise him or something. I'm not 100% sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think maybe it's just because we're stuck with Jindat. Can't pronounce his name. The Mandalorian, we're used to seeing him constantly just stalking around with his helmet.
He only
on.
has his helmet off like 3 times, I want to say. He takes his helmet
Yeah.
off.
You don't
Yes.
actually get to see it until, like, what is it? It's not.
It's the end of season 1, he first takes his helmet off.
Yes.
And I was just like, so that's what you look like. Alright.
Surprisingly good looking guy under there.
I was like, hold on. Don't know why I didn't think to. Well, I can anyway look like already because I googled the cast, but I was just like, alright. But so we get Mandalorian season 3 this year.
Yeah.
We were talking about this last night when we were planning the show. We don't know if we're gonna get a season 2 Book of Boba Fett. I don't think so.
I think based on the reception it's got, it was a good reception, but I don't think fans are clawing for them to bring back Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, I feel like Boba Fett may appear again in the
Also,
Mandalorian.
the title kind of suggests it's going to be a standalone thing, but the book
of Boba Fett.
not the books, Boba Fett, you know, that way.
Oh, that's true actually.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we'll just wrap up here, but before we start, it's just why the film succeeded. Why the film succeeded? No, the film did not succeed. TV shows succeeded,
Well,
the films haven't.
There's better female representation. You were saying.
Yes.
That's what you wanted to talk about.
I feel like the TV show representation for women is a lot stronger. I think I actually said to you, I found a great quote where it was, strong females in Hollywood tend to be toxic masculinity with a wig on, and I don't think I can watch many of my movies without thinking that now, which is
Yeah, you're going to ruin that for me now. Thanks for that.
And I think, okay,
I like to be naive.
I like to Rey to start off with.
You like Rey?
I like Rey to start off with.
I liked Rey to start off with. The
didn't.
writing was just so bad for her character.
Mm-hmm. And I feel so bad for Daisy Ridley.
Exactly.
She must have been so excited.
If she had got decent writing, she could have been an amazing character, but she just felt dull because of the writing, and it
I
wasn't.
wonder
It
if
was
it's
a
because
shame.
the TV shows are so compact, the writing is actually a lot stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, people, there's...
Well, you could say a prime example of that would be, so it's got the standalone films that they did. So Rogue One of my favourite Star Wars films, because it's this, obviously it links into A New Hope, but it is its own compact
yeah.
film. That's why it succeeded. Whereas the sequel trilogy was 3 films interlinked, kept changing director.
Yeah.
So there was no consistent storyline. That's why it just flopped.
I think there is strong females as well on the TV show. So there's obviously you got Ahsoka, obviously, but she was already pretty strong with the TV show.
Well, yeah.
We've also got Cara, what's her face? The not Stormtrooper, the other one, the one that works for the Republic.
Huh?
You know the one that's been taken off because she made certain comments that were not very nice.
yeah.
Yeah, so we've got her, and she was strong, but now I can't watch it without thinking, she's probably not a very
Yeah, well,
good
her show
person.
got cancelled because of that. She was meant to have a show.
And you know, there's hundreds of other strong characters there. Anyway, so your motion for you to wrap up is
Yeah, because we've got a specific timing for this. So we'll wrap up section 2 there, and then we will play a song, and then move on to the future of the TV shows.
Oh yes, do that.
So this is Titanium by David Guetta featuring Seal.